Hey everyone, it is Bridget here from Bridget's Kitchen, welcoming you to another quick cooking class where today I'm going to teach you how to make the ultimate spring salad. I say spring because if you have watched me last week, you would have seen me. I had a beanie on, I had a scarf around my neck, I was feeling a little bit cold, whereas today in Sydney the weather is phenomenal, so my mind is instantly going to the need to make a beautiful, delicious and healthy salad. So I thought today I would make a salad, and the salad I'm making is actually directly from the book. So of course this is a cook the book cooking class, and the salad that I'm making for you guys today, and I'm going to be talking about the ingredients we're using as well, which is really important so you know what sort of health benefits are going on when we put that food into our body as well. So the salad that I'm making today, straight from the book, Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. Yes, you can still purchase your copy of Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. You just need to go to bridgetscookbook.com to purchase your copy. But the recipe we're doing today is page 131 for those of you that are playing along at home. Look at that. How good does that look? This is a turkey stir fry with fennel and orange salad. So I'm using fennel because fennel is absolutely 100% in season now. You know, one of the best things that we can do for us. Oh, and hi to people who are joining me from WA. I've got 2 people from WA. Please, by all means, if you're watching on today's stream, let us know where you're watching us from. It's always good to share the love of everyone that's watching us from around the world. I've got a couple of very special people watching me today. They're actually sitting just there. All the way from New Zealand. I have got my mum and dad, Grandpa Gar and Grandma Silla, all the way from New Zealand, from Mangere, South Auckland, who are actually watching me today. And the reason I decided to do this particular recipe is because, do you see this? You see that bowl? Now? Do you see that? Do you see what I'm seeing here? So this is the bowl from the photo, but this bowl was actually given to me by my mother-in-law, who's watching me, just sitting over there watching me now. So I thought that not only am I going to do this wonderful spring salad for us, I'm going to, like I said, talking about the ingredients that are going in there, but I'm also going to be using this wonderful family heirloom that's going to be, we're going to serve that in, which also made it into the book. Look at that, gorgeous. So yes, we are doing this amazing salad today, and let me tell you, when it comes to the suddenly you go outside, you're able to take off the hat, take off the scarf and feel the sun on your face and on your shoulders. It is the most miraculous feeling, especially if it's been a really cold or really long winter. So I'm really excited by the fact that we have this amazing day, which is perfect for salads, and I also get to talk to you guys about a really nice salad incorporating some of my favorite spring vegetables. So the first vegetable that we're going to be using today, if you haven't seen one of these before, this is called a fennel bulb. So it is actually a bulb, and what you'll find is the fennel comes with these little bits of green attached to it, and this is the part that we tend to eat, the bulb here. So you can actually just slice it off from the top to the bottom, from side to side, but these are actually okay to be eaten as well. They've got a bit of a flavor to them, or a bit of a smell, a little bit aromatic, and they're kind of very similar to aniseed or licorice. Now, when it comes to the fennel bulb, and hi from Rarotonga, Coral's joined us, also from Adelaide, yes, we've got WA, we've got South Australia as well, so hi, don't forget, let us know where you're coming from today. It's always exciting to know that we've got this audience from all around the world joining us. So, back to our fennel bulb. Ideally, what you do is you chop these parts off, and we just eat this root part here. So I would literally just take my knife and go, and this is the part that we eat. Now, fennel bulb is extremely well priced at the moment. If you are in the southern part of the world, really, really well priced, because it is a spring vegetable. And what we're getting with our fennel bulb at the moment, I think I bought 3 for $5. And look at the size of that. Hello to Lisa from Tauranga. Oh, and Leslie's also joining us from Tari as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, fennel is really cheap at the moment, especially if you are in spring. So hence why we're doing a fennel salad. But as well as fennel, we're also going to be using today another wonderful spring vegetable. I have chopped it up already, but do you guys know what this is? Silver beet, right? Or Swiss chard. So silver beet is another wonderful vegetable that's really hearty most of the year, but it actually comes into its own when it comes to springtime. And I've got this wonderful big, I think I dropped it down my top, no I didn't. I've got this wonderful big, this wonderful big bunch of silver beet that we're also going to be incorporating into our salad. Now this salad is probably one of the greatest ways to get you to eat fennel, and I suggest you eat fennel. I'm going to bring back my visual aid. I suggest you eat fennel. A couple reasons why. Now fennel is a very popular vegetable in Mediterranean countries. So we all know how good the Mediterranean diet is for us. Well, fennel is one of those reasons. They use this a lot. I know we don't use it nearly as much, and I think it's just because we're not used to it. I mean, for me, I've only come into fennel recently, probably in the last 10 years, that I started using a lot of fennel, and I do find that I like it in stews and casseroles. So you chop it up like a carrot or a bit of celery, but when it's in a salad served raw, you'll find that it has the most wonderfully pungent flavor. So that's what we're using today. And there is massive, massive, massive health benefits as well. So really good for bone health. So for those of us that don't eat a lot of dairy, start incorporating more fennel into your diet because it's really, really good for bone health. Extremely good for heart health as well. So high blood pressure, looking after what's happening in here, this is going to help too. It is good for building up our immune system, and would you believe it's also really good for boosting our metabolism. So this is fat burning. This helps our metabolism stay nice and healthy. But one of my favorite things, this is also really good for inflammation. So anyone who's suffering from inflamed joints, from arthritis or anything like that, this is good for inflammation. And last but not least, wonderful for digestion. So we're all about digestion and gut health, right? Fennel. So many wonderful benefits of fennel. I suggest you go to your supermarket or your veggie shop and grab you some fennel. Remember, you can use it like celery and onions and put it through a stew or a casserole, but how good is it going to be when we put it into a salad? So let's start cooking. I've talked too much once again, but I get excited by vegetables and different types of ingredients, so I do apologize. I'm going to bring you down to my bench now so we can see what's going on. So first thing you will notice over here, I have my my favorite wok just boiling away there with a little bit of water. So the first thing I'm going to do, remember it's a turkey fennel salad. So I need to start getting ready the ingredients for the salad. So I've got just a little pot of water. It's just halfway the water. It's come to a lovely simmer. Because what I'm going to do is take up my silver beet, which I have pulled the leaves off. I do have some of the white part of the silver beet still on there, not too much, but I've given it a quick wash because you can sometimes get a bit of sand and stuff in the silver beet. And I'm just going to blanch it very quickly in here. When it comes to silver beet, it's quite a hardy vegetable and it does need a little bit of time to cook through. Like, chances are you're not going to want to eat that raw. So with a normal salad, you'd put all these sort of green things just in fresh, but we're actually going to cook the silver beet just a little bit. So I've got my water on there. I'm just going to add just a pinch of Himalayan salt. Just a pinch of salt. Just going to season our water just a little bit. And our silver beet is going to go in. And we just want a couple of minutes with our silver beet. So just like I said, the water's just at a simmer. It's going to help the silver beet, because it's such a robust vegetable, to start to break down a little bit and make it a little bit more edible, which is really good when we're having a salad. You want it to definitely be edible. And while the silver beet is doing its thing there in the water, it gives us a bit of time to start to look at the other ingredients we've got in this dish. So if we go back to the book, and we go back to the recipe, turkey stir fry with fennel and orange salad. So I'm going to start to prepare the fennel and the orange. So fennel is pretty easy to do. So all I did here with the fennel is I cut it in half. It was a bowl. Cut it in half. Took off that top bit that I was talking about. So just remove those top bits and that's what you're left with. Pretty much like you're cutting an onion. What you want to do is once you've cut it, you want to have it in segments so that it's really safe and secure on your bench, so it's not rolling around. Because what we want to do is cut it really, really thin. Because some of the complaints I hear from people is that they find fennel to be quite overpowering, because it does taste very much like licorice or aniseed. So you want it to be sliced thin. The thinner you can get it, the better. There's a couple ways you can do that. One of those ways is you use one of these wonderful little instruments, which is called a mandolin. And that will give you really, really thin slices like that. And that's what we want. Paper thin slices, just like that. You're not going to get that really full on, like, oh my gosh, I'm eating licorice or aniseed. So this is one of the ways that you can do it. If you don't have a mandolin, then of course we go to our knife and we try and ensure that we do it as thinly as possible. So I'm going to do some there with the mandolin. That was not even half a bowl. Look how much you get. It's so good, and you can literally eat this raw. That's the whole idea, is that when you cut it really thin, you can eat it raw. And I'm not getting this overwhelming hit of licorice or aniseed if I did it really chunky. What I'm getting is almost, it's like I can taste celery with a little hint of aniseed, which is really, really pleasant. So you want to go thin. That is the secret. Go thin when it comes to your fennel. So we can also just cut it. Make sure that the bulb is secure on the chopping board, so you're protecting your fingers. And then just as thinly as you can with your knife. And that's a sort of, see that? That's what you're getting there. So it's still really, really good. So you don't have to use a mandolin. A mandolin is definitely more consistent, but if you've got a sharp knife and a steady hand, you can still get yourself some really, really super thin slices as well. Now don't forget guys, as we are doing this video, please feel free to ask questions. I do have Mahei sitting at his computer, and he is ready to let me know if anyone's got any questions when it comes to our fennel or our salad or our silver beet. Feel free to ask away. So that's our fennel done. Happy with that. That looks pretty good. Throw away. That's rubbish. Just throw that part away. Yeah, don't want to eat that. That goes in there. Let's go back to our silver beet and see what's happening. Remember, just a couple of minutes. All we're trying to do is break down those really strong fibers, just to make it a little bit more edible. You can see it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That was just a couple of minutes. We're just boiling away there gently. I'm just going to drain it in the sink. I've got a colander here. And then this goes back on, because we're going to start to cook up the next item I should say. So that's on high. I'm going to bring you guys across to this side. Oops, sorry. Oh, dropped my microphone. Mahei. Sorry guys. Dropped my microphone. Thank you. Oh, we've got technical difficulties while we plug in the microphone. Sorry guys. Hands here. Coming across. That should sound... Oh. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Here we go. Yeah, it's getting plugged in. Coming down. Okay. Nearly turned off the live stream, but we're good. You guys are in the frying pan, which is the most important part. So, just going to bring you up just a little bit. So, what we have going on here is just a hot pan. Because what I want to do now is to cook off, and I know I said in the recipe we're doing turkey, but you can also do turkey or you can do chicken. And I've actually got some chicken here that we cooked up from last night's dinner. So we're going to be doing a chicken fennel and orange salad, which is fairly similar because obviously chicken and turkey, they're both poultries. Hot pan. We're then going to stick in a little bit of tamari, so that's our gluten-free soy sauce, because of course all the recipes that we have here are sugar, dairy and gluten-free. A little bit of ginger goes in there next. A little bit of garlic is also going in. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger. That's our flavour components with our little bit of tamari. A little bit more tamari. A couple tablespoons. And then I'm going to put my chicken in. There you go. Can you see now? Steamy. This is my chicken's going in there. So you can do this with cooked chicken or turkey, or you can do it with raw chicken or turkey. We actually had chicken for dinner last night. I did a lovely braised chicken in the pressure cooker. The recipe is in the cookbook as well for that. And a lovely braised chicken. So I thought I would just use the leftovers today in here with a bit of soy, a bit of ginger, and a bit of garlic, and then of course a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of black pepper. to use up that wonderful chicken that we had last night. It was already super tender. So what I'm doing now is literally just giving it a little bit of a bit of color. I'm giving it a little bit more flavor with the garlic and the ginger, and of course just giving it a bit of a fry always makes things exciting. So that goes in there. Then I'm going to go to our silver. Remember our friend the silver beet that's been draining away? Been draining away in the sink there. Let's throw that in. We're also going to give this a bit of color and a little bit of flavor from that garlic and that ginger and that chicken that we've got in there as well. So we're literally just stir frying. We're stir frying that wonderful meat, that fantastic bit of silver beet, and we're just giving it a new life. This is what I love about the type of food that we cook, is we can do things so quickly and so effortlessly and give it a whole new life, a whole new lease of life. We've now taken last night's dinner and we're going to create it into a salad. But as I was saying, you can also do this with raw chicken or raw turkey, but just obviously cook the chicken and the turkey a little bit longer to get the meat cooked before you actually add in the silver beet to stir fry. So that's looking pretty awesome. I know it's smelling awesome as well. I can hear my audience, they're like, that's gonna be lunch. It's wonderful, and that's so simple. That's all we've done to it. We've added ginger, garlic, and a little bit of tamari, and you have this wonderful smell coming out of this pan right now, and the look is fantastic as well. So that is done. I'm happy with that. I'm going to finish off the salad. I'm going to bring you back down here. I'm going to attempt to not knock off the microphone, which is just there. There's the microphone there. And I'm going to attempt to, yeah, we're looking good. Yep, that was well done. Fantastic, we're back. Okay, right, let's finish off that salad. Remember we had the fennel here. We have our stir fry happening, completely happy with it. Remember, this food is quick cooking. This is about being able to create a lunch for yourself, or for someone you love, or someone you like. You don't have to love them, you just have to like them. Someone. Cooking it really quickly for them, but making something super duper healthy. Because remember about that fennel that I talked about? We're talking about really good for digestion, metabolism, inflammation, builds up your immune system, and is good for bone health and heart health. All in this one bowl. Can you believe it? Fantastic. All right, let's finish off the salad. So, the last thing that we need to think about in terms of sort of ingredients for the salad is our orange. So I know that I showed you guys how to do this a couple of weeks ago. We did a cooking class and showed you guys how easy it is to segment an orange. We're going to do that once again. So the first thing that we need to do is just we're going to peel our orange back. So you take off one side there, spin it around, take off the other end. That's obviously rubbish. We're going to throw that away. And then taking a nice sharp knife. All we're going to do to peel this orange is we're going to work down the side of it. So I'm peeling down, and as I'm peeling down, I'm getting rid of the peel, obviously, and some of the white, the pith, because that's quite bitter. And I'm just spinning the orange as my knife is working down it to get rid of that skin. Because what I'm going to do next requires me to be able to pick it up. I'm actually going to move to a smaller knife for this, just so I don't cut my fingers. I'm going to move to a smaller, sharper knife. Here it is. Okay. So just something smaller that I can hold in my hand, because what we're going to do now is we're actually just going to cut through and make the wedges, yeah? Because we don't want any of that pith in the middle. So cutting through, I mean, I don't mind a bit of it, to be completely honest with you. And if I was in a kitchen, I would have then gone down and made it really clean. But for our salad today, I don't mind there being a little bit, but I've removed most of it. So I'm slicing down the side of the orange and just taking off the wedge. So what you will be left with in the end, I'll show you guys once I work through this orange, is you'll be left with the parts of the orange that are not that delicious. And what you have in your salad bowl, sorry, I'm putting it straight into my salad bowl, I should have showed you. What you have left is the beautiful orange wedge, as opposed to that part that's not as nice, it's a little bit bitter. I mean, if this looks like it could potentially be a lot of work, and you're like, I don't want to do that, that looks hard, you could just slice your orange into pieces and be done with it. But if you want to be a little bit fancy, test out those knife skills, then I suggest you give this a go, because it's a lot easier than it looks. And what's also happening, because remember I'm doing this directly over the bowl that we're going to serve the salad in, is already some of the juice is just flowing down into that bowl, because of course we're going to need to create a bit of a dressing to go with this as well. So we're getting the benefit of that orange juice just coming out as we're getting these wonderful wedges happening too. So that goes in there, give it a bit of a squeeze, don't waste any of that orange juice. Clean hands, of course, guys, clean hands. Make sure they're clean. Right, that is good, that goes in the bin. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my lovely little fennel, put that in, because we've already got orange juice in there, so we've got a bit of citrus, so this is already nice. Think about that lovely bit of aniseed, and now we have that bit of citrus through there as well. You know that's going to taste good. Already that in my mind, my mouth is salivating. Just thinking about that combination that we already have here with only doing the orange and the fennel. You could literally have that, and that would be absolutely delicious. But we're gonna take it to another level, because we love doing stuff like that, as you guys know. And let's now incorporate what we have in here, which is our chicken and our fennel. So it's kind of like it's this wonderful salad that's hot, but it's also cold, which I love. I love that mixture of combination of hot and cold sensation on the palate, because it's quite interesting to not everything to be hot and not everything to be cold. It's quite phenomenal. And if you think about something that you may like to eat, which also has that combination, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So giving that a bit of a mix through in our bowl. And I like working in the salad bowl because all the juices stay in here. And so what I'm going to do now is just finish it off, and it is so easy to finish off. So that's the base of our salad. I also need to make sure that I add some seasoning, of course. Bit of pepper, never goes astray. Oh, I love the sound of that grind. A little bit of salt as well, Himalayan salt. It's going to get sprinkled over. I'm also, because I'm sneaky and I'm feeding a few people today, I'm actually going to add a few spinach leaves. Just raw spinach leaves are going to go in there. So we're adding even more goodness to our salad bowl, just with our few bits of spinach. They don't need to be heated. Of course, we can eat spinach raw, which once again gives us a really nice textural component to the salad, because the silver beet's a little bit soft, and then the spinach is nice and firm, and also cold. So that's going to go on there. Looking good. Salad's looking pretty awesome. The last thing I need to think about doing with this is to make a dressing that goes on top of it, because that's really important as well, that we've got a bit of dressing in there. So the dressing that I have in the book is one of my favorite dressings, and it is my zesty dressing. So if you are looking for the recipe for my zesty dressing, I believe it's at the front. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's in the foundation recipes, which is in, oh, there it is, which is in the front of the book. So that's the dressing that I suggest that you put with it, my zesty dressing. And this dressing will last for over a month in your fridge. And of course it's gluten-free, sugar-free, and dairy-free. There's no oil in that as well. But if you want to have something different, I have got a new dressing to show you guys today. First time I've ever made it on air. So this is, you guys are the first ones to find this dressing, and the reason why I'm giving you this dressing is because you've stayed right to the end to watch my video. So I'm giving you a new dressing recipe, all right, as a thank you. And this is a good one, and it's so simple. Seriously, it's so simple. Hi to Carolee. Carolee, you're gonna love this next dressing I've got. You can see I've got my pickled onion jar here, but we're not using the pickles today. We are making a salad dressing to go on this, and it's easy. Are you guys ready? It's so easy, you need to pay attention, because if you blink you might miss it. Okay, tamari, yes, our gluten-free soy sauce. About a tablespoon of tamari goes in there, and then we take up, thank you Mum for cleaning my drawers. My mother-in-law cleaned my drawers, by the way. Here, they're wonderful. They're so tiny. I'm like, oh, I can see everything. It's nice having mother-in-law stay, isn't it? Okay, 1 tablespoon of of our gluten-free tamari or soy dressing. And then we're going to take 1 tablespoon of the juice from your pickles, whether it be pickled cucumbers, pickled onions, pickled garlic, pickled ginger, whatever your pickles are. Healthy pickles, of course, sugar-free. Add that in. Give that a bit of a mix. Have a bit of a taste. You guys go have a bit of a taste. Oh my God. You guys are going to love this so much. Like, this is here unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, it doesn't even need any seasoning. Like, seriously, it's so good. Taste it though. Make sure you taste it, because some of us like it to be a little bit more acidic. Remember, because we got acid from the apple cider vinegar. For others of us, we like it a little bit more soy based or more salty. So just have a bit of a taste. Fingers are good if they're clean. Oh my God. So, need a moment. Having a moment. That's really good. That's really good. That is your thank you for watching this whole video. You get to have a new dressing recipe, which is exciting. So all we're going to do now is pour it over the top of our salad. There's also so much going on there as well. Already, you don't need much dressing. There's already lots of things going on in there. But there you have it. How quick was that? How good is this? Whether you're making one of my gut healing bowls or whether you're making a salad for the family, this is a great, well, I've got family here, so this is a great salad. This is easy and it's versatile and it's tasty. Remember all those wonderful health benefits of our fennel. Enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, there I am. Cut half of my head off. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and do more videos in the next couple of days, but just to let you know, in case I don't, we have our daughter Coco to graduation from high school in a couple of days. So if you don't see me, that's why. I'm a bit busy, but I'm going to try my best. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the salad. Don't forget you can buy the book, bridgetscookbook.com. Love you all and talk to you really, really soon. Bye.